Today's topic is about why average people stay average. Why average people stay down bad throughout their entire lives. Because as I say here, man, average is the enemy. Mediocrity is the enemy. You have to understand that the average person is just not living up to their full human potential. It's just that simple. They go out, they don't exercise, they don't strive for financial wealth, they don't go for their goals or what they want, and they're usually a slave to debt. And we're going to get on into all that, but let's just talk about the mindset and the mindset of the average person. Okay, so the average person's mindset has a fear of judgment. Fear of judgment can hold you back from doing so many crucial things in life. Making this YouTube channel is probably the best decision I've ever made. And when I made it, I was thinking in my mind, like, what do people judge me? That's why I made it after high school, so I don't get made fun of in the halls. Even though I wanted to make it since I was 16, I really should have made it since I was 16 because I would have been further along the journey. Perhaps you're an overweight person, you don't want to get into the gym because you think people are going to judge you, you think you're going to make fun of people, man. One thing I said in my my first video that I ever made, why you shouldn't care about what people think, I said, listen, people, they don't wipe your butt, they don't give you money, they don't pay your bills. Man, most people, they don't do anything for you, right? Everything in life at its fundamental level is an exchange of energies. To go a little bit deeper, point being that unless you give somebody something, they shouldn't give you anything, and vice versa, right? So when people care so deeply about what other people think, they play it small so they can avoid criticism. Oh, I want to be this, but instead I'm going to be this because I don't want people to criticize me. I don't want people to think of what I am, so they keep themselves in the box. And this is why average is average, because people don't grow. They don't grow from their situation. So it doesn't matter what situation you're in currently today, but are you gonna grow from that situation? Usually not, right? Because when you expand beyond your ego, that's when you start to feel uncomfortable. You start to feel uncomfortable, you expand enough, then people are gonna start feeling uncomfortable around you. Because your vibration is different, your energy is different, your aura is different. Whatever words you want to describe to it, you are acting different. Now, how I say is that if it aligns truly with your goals and who you want to be in life and who you want to become, then that is actually you. Remember that any negative traits or habits that you have, that's not actually you, right? I always say that's not actually you. That's just your ego picking up certain bad habits from this third dimensional human experience. If that doesn't make sense, and it may not, the point being is judgment is nothing, okay? It does not matter. And then a lot of times, man, we're just assuming what people think about us. So they may look at us wrong, like people don't usually say things out loud, right? They usually just think it. So we're just assuming, oh, they're thinking negative stuff about me. Oh, he's looking at me weird at the gym. Oh, what if she thinks, this? And what if they think this? And it's all bullcrap. It's all bullcrap, man. It's not true. That stuff is just in your head. You just focus on the present moment. Focus on what's right in front of you, and then you'll be fine, right? If you assume and you take on people's judgments, and let's say they really say something to you, they really think you should move this way, remember that you have your own agency as a human being. You can move and you can ruin your life, or you can completely upgrade your life. It is all up to you. Nobody can really tell you what to do, right? They can suggest, but they can't tell you what to do. So play it big. I recommend The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Play it big. Think big, because when you think big, that is your true human potential. Moving on. No long-term vision. So right now, guys, it is a Sunday and I am making videos because I do not have work. What I do is I use my weekends in order to fuel my ambitions, right? That's what you guys need to do. Use the weekends. Use your off days. People don't use their off days. People don't use their weekends. This is why I say no. This is why this point is called no long-term vision. Because this video right here may get 5, 6, 7 views, but I know the more I pour into the channel, the more I post daily videos, then it's gonna build a momentum, then it's gonna go somewhere, that, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about using your time wisely, and focusing on the things that you need to focus on, kind of not wasting it doing things that don't really bring you fruitfulness or aren't going to contribute to your future later endeavors. Mainly because they're living for the weekends, man. They're living for the weekends, so they work their job that they hate the entire week, all 5 days, and then the weekend they turn up. You know, they do stuff, they go out, right, and then they go back to the same job, and then it's a cycle. It's like, hold up, why didn't you just use those weekends to contribute to an endeavor that you find purposeful? Right? That's the smartest thing to do. But people don't think like that, or they don't know what endeavor is purposeful for them. They don't even know themselves enough to have a purpose, right? That may be you right now. And I'm not judging, but the time that you are not working your 9-to-5 job should be time that you use to improve your current situation, whether it be getting out of that 9-to-5 job, whether it be getting a promotion, an education, a certification, something, right? That's basically the whole plan I'm doing right now. I'm still young, I'm still in my early 20s, but I'm using the time. I don't really go out that much. I don't drink that much. You know, I just don't really do the stuff that they try to force down your throat to do in your early 20s. Oh, you gotta drink, you gotta party, you gotta do all this stuff. No. Why? Because I know that in 5, 6 years, once the momentum starts going, then I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have my type of fun. I'm gonna go rock climbing. I'm gonna go traveling. I'm gonna, have my type of fun. Drinking, partying, that shit's like short-term, high dopamine. It's not that fun. What's fun to me is traveling to a whole different country to run a marathon, to climb a mountain, to hike, to travel, like that type of stuff is fun to me. But just a weekend of drinking, it's not that fun. So think of stuff long term. It doesn't only go for parties, but it also goes for saving your money. It also goes for, reducing your dopamine, putting your phone on black and white. Think of things long term. You're not in the gym for today. You're in the gym for who it's going to make you be in 2 years, 3 years. The next one is discipline avoidance. So avoiding disciplinary activities, avoiding the gym is too hard, avoiding studying is too hard, avoiding going for your passion or your purpose is too hard. Be honest, I didn't really want to make this video. It's like I wanted to, but a part of me was like, no, just be comfortable, just sit down, watch videos, No. You have to just go for the disciplinary activities at the moment and at the time, right now, right? If you have something on your calendar, if you have something on your whiteboard that you got to do, you got to do those things. And those things are usually the most boring things. But if you want to know my exact system, I just start setting up shit. I just start moving. If I got to run to the store or something, I just start putting on my shoes, putting on my clothes, putting on stuff. It's kind of like you just start moving. Like that's really what it is, man. Because I mean, there's no real way to avoid anything disciplinary, but it's like you start moving. So with the camera setup, I just started setting up the camera, setting up the tripod, click, 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 setting up the mic. I just started setting shit up, setting up the mirror, turning on the thing, getting the videos, getting the points. And you know, I just started moving instead of, because everything's a vibrational frequency. So it's like, if you tap into the vibrational frequency of you being lazy, you being undisciplined, you being comfortable, it's like, you know what? I don't want to tap into that vibration. I want to tap into the vibration of me getting ready to work out. So you're putting on your shorts, you're maybe taking a shower, you're getting ready, you know, you're in the vibration of getting ready. And even though in the back of your mind you're like, I don't want to do this is uncomfortable, yada yada yada, you're in the vibration of getting ready. You're getting yourself together. And then eventually you're in the car. And then once you're in the car, you're in the gym. Then once you're in the gym, you're actually working out. And you're like, damn, this feels really good. Usually the most disciplinary activities feel good either afterwards or in the moment, just never at the beginning. So you're like, damn, this feels really good. And then you think to yourself, I almost avoided this good feeling. Wow, that's a little wild. So when it comes to discipline avoidance, a lot of Gen Z, they just don't care. You know, they rather go to the most comfortable thing, and it's really because of the social media. It's really taking away a lot of our ambitions, a lot of our drive, as well as video games and PMO and, you know, all this stuff that's like bringing us down, especially men. It's like bringing us down. It's taking a lot of our ambition inside away, and, you know, we're seeing other people win while we're not. And, you know, the number one things that you have to do is you just have to install few disciplines. Nothing too crazy, but just a few disciplines. It's like, for me, man, it's gym, meditation, reading, and then uploading. Then if I get all those done, then, you know, it's a good day. You know, and I can do all those things in under an hour. It's not that hard, but I do have blank spots on my habit board because it's the discipline. It's the, I have free time. Do I really want to use it to read? You know, like when you have so much dopamine on your phone, you got so much dopamine on the computer, like, do you really want to use that free time to read? And that's when you just be like, yeah, I do, because I want it to contribute to my future goals, to the future things that I want to do in life. You know, it just comes to the conclusion of, do you want to build an empire, or do you want to play it small? Do you want to be average, or do you want to be highly above average? If you want to be highly above average, you have to do the highly above average things that highly above average people do, and a lot of that is sacrificing your weekends, sacrificing you know, a lot of dopamine, just sacrificing in order to build a better, more successful person. And that's what self-improvement's all about. And then using that wealth, that knowledge, that abundance, and spreading it to others. That's it for today, guys. Hope you're having a that's it for today, guys. What else? That's it for today, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go on pepwellness.net if you want the best online personal training, whether that be in self-mastery or in fitness. And I will see you in the next one.